So have you ever wanted to make one of these snow globe cups? They have like a solution on the inside and then glitter, and then you just kind of shake them and you can watch the glitter just slowly fall to the bottom of your cup. Isn't that cool? We're gonna make them, and I'm gonna show you exactly how I made them just by watching tutorials of other people making them, and we're gonna make some today. You're gonna want to start off with vegetable glycerin, and I just picked this up on the Zon, and I will have all the links down below for you if you want to get any or all of this stuff. So I'm doing vegetable glycerin, and I mix it with 50% water, and then I put it into a little bottle like this. And I will have these bottles linked as well. You're also going to need, of course, you have to pick up your cups. And these are ones that have a hole on the very bottom. And so we're just kind of putting it into this outside layer. And then the inside, of course, you'll just use like a normal glass. It also comes with little plugs in my glass already, so I can plug it up when I'm done. And then to make sure that plug never falls out, I put UV resin on the very bottom, but I will show you that when we get to that. Isopropyl alcohol, throw it into a spray bottle. This bottle has been through many a things. It's all bent up, but it works just fine as my little spray bottle. You'll want to grab some paper towels and the glitter of your choice. So we have a bunch of options here, and I have more. And then you also want to go and grab a little decal, whichever one you want to put on your cup. I will link the decals as well. I got them off of Etsy. And last but not least is this. You need this to put your decals on. And then I did have some funnels. So if you have like funnels laying around, or I will also link some on Amazon, and these little plastic like to-go cups, that kind of helps you mix the glitter. So let me start putting one together and making one with you, and then you'll kind of get an idea of where all these things are going to come into play. For this cup, I'm using this decal, and I think I'm going to mix all three of these colors. Okay, so we're gonna pour some of this into here. I'm gonna pour a little bit of the blue into here. And let's top it off with a little bit of this black. So I have my solution filled up in here. I did 50% glycerin, and then I filled the rest up with just some distilled water. And I'm just going to squeeze this into my cup. And start pouring in our glitter as carefully as we can. And then use a little stick to help you get the glitter in. Okay, and then once you get all that glitter in there, it takes kind of a long time. We're going to fill the rest up with our solution. Put a plug in it and check it and make sure we don't have any like really big bubbles like this one. You can do the flood method, which is just filling it up as full as you can get it until it kind of makes a little bubble on the top of too much liquid. And then you move this around, and you're going to take a syringe which has like a tip like this on there, and we're going to try to suck that air bubble out. And when we suck the bubble out, the liquid should go in. Now let's check to see if we got that air bubble out. Oh, there she is. I want my bubble to be about half that size. I always try to stick with like a pea-size bubble. That way it won't explode, because evidently that's a thing. One thing that I've seen a lot of people do is something called degassing, and it's where they just let it sit upright so that any bubbles that are formed around the glitter can kind of work themselves up and out. And then we'll let it sit upside down for a few days. And after a few days, we will go and try to get the bubble out. Put your little plug in. And there you go. You just made your first little snow globe tumbler. Isn't it so cute? There she is, that little bubble. You do want a small one, but I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of little bubbles in here too. So we'll just keep her upside down for a few days while she gets all of her bubbles worked up. And then we'll take the bubbles out with the syringe and get her filled up, put the plug in it, and then that's when we will do the resin. So to apply your decal, you want to first use your alcohol and clean off your cup. You don't want any fingerprints or any of that glycerin to still be on your cup. You want to make sure you're applying your decal the right direction. We're going to peel it off. And it's okay if you're touching the clear part because we're going to be peeling that part off anyways. And we're just going to apply this as evenly as possible. Okay, this one has a little bit of an overlay, so before I lay it down, I'm going to peel my transfer tape off. And then lay it down the rest of the way. Nope, that one's coming up. So if it comes up, just kind of go back over it with your finger or this little squeegee thing that this kit came with. See like how that one came all the way up? Lay it back down and just kind of push it down. He knows where his home is. No longer on the transfer tape. On my cup, please. Perfect. Isn't that nice? Let's see with the lid on. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. Do you like it? Anyway, that's how you make a tumbler. And the last step is just finishing it off, getting all those little air bubbles out. But anyway, you can make a snow globe tumbler too. It is now time to seal our cups. You just want to find some like sanding paper. I don't have any, so I'm using a nail file. And it seems to do the trick just to kind of like rough it up a little bit. We're going to take our alcohol and just kind of clean off the tops. So now we're going to seal them up. I'm just using this UV resin, and I'm just going to put a little bit around here. And then I just take whatever I have and just kind of smooth it out over your glass. And I double check it. I look at it from the side to make sure it's not bumped up anywhere. That looks good. From the side again. So I have this old basket. I put my cups into my basket. I take Bella's little gel nail cure thing, you know, to cure your nails, and I balance this on the top. You guys, you use what you got. And then I just set it on and turn it on, and I'll show you down in here. They just cure inside there. Because I reuse that stick, I also throw the stick in there to let that cure too. And you are done, and you made these super creative little gifts that you can give to people. Or I've been seeing a lot of people sell these. You can totally sell them because they're honestly therapeutic to make. They're super pretty, and you can customize them to whatever preference you want. So you can see all the cups that I did were super different. I bought the stuff that my sisters and my mom and my mother-in-law loved, and then I threw them into a gift basket or a gift box, and we did a favorite things party, and this was my favorite thing that I gave to everybody else. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. See you in our next one. Bye!